Hey Sanctuary, I wanted to share with you an experience that I had in getting to know God. It was a time where I was trying to get free from an addiction in my life, and I was just starting to get to know who God was. I was raised in the church, and I knew that God sees us and He watches us, but without knowing who He was, His watching me kind of felt eerie because I didn't know His character. And there was a time where I was trying to get free from addiction, and I had fallen back into it. And God in His grace, He set up situations and circumstances that hemmed me in, that I couldn't continue in that road. And I really found that there's not gas to go down roads I'm not called to. Like, there was just no grace for any of that. And through that, He disciplined me in such a loving way that I really saw that He doesn't just see me, that He sees through me, He sees into me, and it's an intimate thing. He's watching over me, making sure I don't fall. And He asked me in such a loving way, He's like, if you were involved in this sin in the throne room, would you ever do that? Or would you do that in the middle of church, in the middle of the sanctuary? How would you feel? Wouldn't you be so embarrassed? And He showed me that I am the church, I am the sanctuary, that I am His ambassador to the world, and you are as well, and we've got to represent Him well. And through that, He really showed me that there's freedom, and all I have to do is ask for grace, and He'll give me grace to be free from the things that I am now ashamed of. So now when I think about God and Him watching me, He's watching over me, and I know that He's protecting me like a father would his kid. Like, okay, take your first steps, and there you go. Like he's just guiding with cords of kindness, like the scripture says. And in commemoration of this, I was just thinking about all this in my garden a while ago, and thinking about His garden, and also reading the Old Testament and all the times where the heroes of faith set up stones and pillars in remembrance of what God did for them. And so just as a cool sort of intimate moment with me and God, I set up a stone pillar, kind of a stone structure underneath a tree that was in its first year of bearing fruit, and the stones were in the shape of an eye. And it really felt like, the first astronauts on the moon, they were set up their flag and they were claiming it like, hey, this is us. Like, I felt like I was claiming my life, or reclaiming my life for Yahweh. And they were set up in the shape of an eye, because I know that God sees me and He's watching over me in such a loving way. Love you guys. Just wanted to share that this morning.